welcome back. It's Julie from the Petawawa Military Family Resource Center. It has been a couple of weeks since we've come to you with a fireside chat, and we've decided to come back. It's been a while. We were slowly reopening and we had an opportunity to talk to people, but I think that as changes have happened, I think it's time that we wanted to come back to you. We've missed you. We haven't seen our clients in a while, and we want to make sure that you were still aware of the services and the programs that are available to you. I have two people with me today. Claudia Beswick is the Executive Director of the Petawawa Military Family Resource Center, and Olga Racine is our Clinical Manager, and we are here to talk to you this week about Mental Health Week. We are not coming to you live, so unfortunately we can't take questions in the comment section. However, we are going to be sharing a number of links with you in the comment section. We have some email addresses, we have some resources that you may want to follow up on, and extra information that you may want to look at after the call. So if someone mentions a website or mentions a telephone number, don't worry about coming back and finding it in the video. That's all going to be in the comment section, so it's easier to find. If you have a question or a concern that you feel is somewhat personal and you don't want to add it to the comment section, please feel free to reach out to us through direct message or to email one of the email addresses that we are going to share. If you have a quick and easy question and you want to add it to the comments, we will be keeping an eye on that comment section in the coming days, and we will be sure to get back to you. Claudia, we've said it's been a while since we've gotten back to folks, so I'm sure that there are going to be some updates on the PMFRC business resumption plan. Can you bring us through some of those changes and what's new and exciting?
Sure. Like you said, it's been a while and I'm really happy to be back. And I think no better week to get back into the swing of regular fireside chats than celebrating Mental Health Week. So happy to be here. And as usual, we'll start with what we are and what we aren't doing at the MFRC as a result of the lockdown. So for our business resumption plan, we're continuing to follow all the provincial lockdown procedures. And that means, what that means for us is the Northside office at 1016 Regal Budo is closed to the public, but we do have some essential services. So staff will be here. A couple of staff will be here in the building. Natasha and Angel will continue to be the awesome frontline staff who will be on the other end of the phone if you need to call our main office. Our Employment Services office in Petawawa also has limited hours and staff available, so you can call them if you're interested in seeking any assistance in your job search. Parcels and packages going out to deployed members can still be dropped off at the Northside office during our working hours. We're continuing with the touchless drop off. So the trolley is outside the door, just follow the ramp up and you'll see it there. There's also some wrapping paper and some of the labels that you need for your parcels. But please make sure before you drop off your parcel that all your documents are complete. And it would be really helpful if you can put a contact number that Angel or Natasha can reach out to you just in case the parcels come back from the post office because they need more information. It's also that time of year with new families who are being posted at Petawawa. So if you're new to the area, don't hesitate to stop in and reach out to us. Our information services team would be really happy to set up an appointment and do a personal welcome session with you. Our programs will still be available virtually, and if you're looking for some specific staff, you can reach them through their respective email addresses. They'll continue to work from home until the shutdown has ended. Staff email addresses are available on our website, which I'm sure Julie will make sure is in the link below. If you don't know who to reach out to, call the main reception line and they'll direct you to the right person and the right email address that you'll need. Yeah, so I think childcare centers are open, as is Kitty College. That's been running in the mornings. However, our before and after school programs remain closed as per the ministry's direction. Daycare parents can still make payments on their accounts. They can give us a call, and if they absolutely need to come in and pay cash or use debit, then they can phone the front desk and arrange for an appointment to do that. So some of the key services that haven't changed since the provincial shutdown, access to emergency and emergency family care assistance, information referral services, talked a little bit about that, deployment support, including DAGs, briefings, one-on-one sessions with the deployment team, if that's what you like, mental health supports, which Olga's going to get into, and then general programming and activities that are being done virtually, second language, special needs, children's deployment stuff, and other various workshops and stuff to keep you guys on the go. We'll continue to keep families informed by posting updates on our social media sites. We're committed to doing everything we can to support the families and our clients through the lockdown. So if you continue to monitor our social media pages and our website, you'll get the updates of what's coming up on our virtual programs or anything regarding our reopening plans when we get the approval to do that. And as usual, please know that we welcome any feedback or suggestions that you have, so don't hesitate to reach out, send us a message or email. You can provide feedback through a message on our Facebook page by using Messenger, the feedback link on the website. So many ways that you can do it. We really look forward to hearing from you. I think that's about it.
Claudia, you mentioned that if a family is new, they can drop in and talk to us if they're here. If you are a family who's posted in and you're not able to come to Petawawa in advance, and maybe a house hunting trip is not in your future, but a move to Petawawa is, we do those Welcome to Petawawa briefings online as well. So connect with the team. We can do that by Zoom. Maybe we can give you a little bit of a virtual tour of the community and give you some of the information that you may want to ask in the community, but ahead of time. So please feel free to reach out. Even if you are not able to be joining us in person for some time, we would love to help you however we can. Olga, so it is Mental Health Week. Your team is the mental health team. And the Canadian Mental Health Association sets a theme for this week every year. And this year the theme is Get Real. Do you want to talk a little bit about why that theme is so important for the time that we're in?
Sure. So hashtag Get Real about how you feel. We all experience a broad spectrum of emotion, and embracing all of our emotions, whether they're good, challenging, or difficult, it's all part of being human. The theme for 2021 Mental Health Week campaign is understanding our emotions and focusing on emotional literacy, which means our ability to recognize how we feel, understanding our feelings, label and express them. When we are all emotionally literate, we better able to understand, process, and manage our emotions. Recognizing, labeling, and accepting our feelings and emotions are part of our promoting good mental health for everyone. And if anybody wants to get more information about the Mental Health Week and their campaign, they can go to Canadian Mental Health Association website at mentalhealthweek.ca. And Julie, like you mentioned, we're going to post this link with this fireside chat.
So we will check that in the comments, but we'll also share their social media page because I think that they're sharing some really cool information this week.
Absolutely.
Claudia, military families, as part of being the military community, there's a lot of really great things about being a military family, and there's a lot of things that are challenging. Can you talk about some of the challenges that we see military families facing in a typical, real, everyday world?
Sure. I think I'm going to start by just saying that, you know, a definition of family has changed, and who the family represents for a CAF member is very broad. So it's important for us to have that CAF member identify who they feel is their family, who is that significant family or person that they feel would be important for us to reach out to. That is the best way that we would know how to support the family unit. So it's not just about a spouse or a partner or a child. It could be a parent. It could be anybody that the member feels is important to them. So I think that's one of the first things that I'd like to identify. We're not pigeonholing anybody. So whoever's significant to the CAF member, that's who we would try and provide the services for. Some general challenges, you know, relocation, getting families and children settled into a new community if they're newly posted to Petawawa. We will assist families that are posted out of Petawawa getting connected to the MFRC to the place that they're going to. Separation from extended family, especially in an area like Petawawa where there's not a lot of services that are close. So you rely on the extended family quite a bit. Transition, you know, and transition could be to a new healthcare system. It could be transitioning, you know, if you're in a new relationship or newly married, or you're transitioning because your child is leaving the nest, you know, moving out on their own. Deployments is a transition, and any type of uncertainty. Your transition covers a lot of different things, and every military family has a journey, and their individual experiences are really unique to them. So we really like to say as MFRCs and confident enough to say this about all of 32 of the MFRCs, we take a very family-centric approach. So I really just encourage families and the members in the families or the member themselves to just reach out to us if they have any questions, would like some additional information or supports, or anything that they have questions about. We're here to support, even if it means connecting you with other resources in the community. That's what it is for us. So we do what we can to support the families, and we just want to let you guys know that we're here for you if you need us.
Thank you. Olga, it's 2021 and all of those challenges that Claudia has talked to, and then we add COVID on top of it. Do you want to talk a little bit about how COVID has really complicated people's lives and transitions and movements lately? And I guess from a mental health perspective, how that sort of affects you, as a person.
Well, people experience an extraordinary amount of stress and feeling of anxiety during the period of uncertainty related to COVID. And probably the best message to everybody: do not struggle in silence. If you need help, please reach out, ask for help. One of the most important ways to keep yourself mentally healthy is to recognize when you're not feeling good and to know when to ask for help. Also, try to be kind to yourself and others. Few things probably can help us to cope a little bit better with everything that we experience with our emotions. To write down what we have control over and what we don't have control over. Use the radical acceptance of the situation we cannot control, and try to stay focused on what you have control over, what we can do. And also try to engage your attention to normal daily activities, trying to see opportunities to share laughter and use humor.
Those are all great ideas. And I love the thing that you talked about, saying that recognize when it's time to reach out, and there's no shame in that. And we talk all the times on these fireside chats that we would rather you reach out to us than sit there and not get the support that you need. So don't be shy. Don't worry about it not being the right person to talk to. No door is the wrong door. Reach out. Olga, your team, the mental health team, provides supports for military families. Can you talk a little bit about what those supports are and how someone would get in touch with you if they were thinking, okay, I think it's time that I need to reach out and talk to somebody and get some assistance?
Absolutely. The mental health team offers support and counseling for adult, children, and youth of military families, and we're offering individual, couple, and family therapy. We're offering broad spectrum of services to best meet our clients' needs and their situation. Mental health team providing confidential advocacy and short-term support to guide families through difficult situations and to connect them with adequate services. Our team has a broad variety of education and professional background. So we have social worker on staff, we have registered psychotherapists, child and youth services, clinician, and we have family advocacy coordinator. We're offering different modality of service, including single sessions, when you don't need to do any intake, you just need to connect with us, and we will offer you a single session. We also provide ongoing support if that's what you require. We provide services in both official languages, English and French. The first step to obtain information and accessing our services is through contacting our family advocacy coordinator at 613-687-7587, extension 3226, or by email fac@pmfrc.org. Or you can, or like Julie said, you can connect with our front desk and you will be transferred to people who are able to assist you and help you in your situation.
Two things I wanted to pick up on that you were talking about is those single sessions. If so, somebody doesn't necessarily need an intake process, but it's just, one opportunity to sit down and maybe go through those problems. People have been asking about our mental health walk-in clinic. A lot of people took advantage of that when we were able to offer that, and when people were able to walk in. That service is still provided. We just don't offer it on a walk-in basis. And we talk about single session. If you're thinking, okay, the walk-in clinic is gone, it just looks a little bit different, and we're still able to provide that service. The other thing I just wanted to ask you, Olga, the doors are closed. How can services be provided? How are your counselors reaching out and speaking with their clients?
Well, we're using everything that available to us. So we're doing some session virtually if our clients are comfortable to do that. If not, we're using phone, and we're doing phone sessions. And if I just kind of pedal back about walk-in clinic, so before, walk-in clinic was offered only once a week on Wednesdays. Now, when we're offering single sessions, we can accommodate client based on the day of the week or time of the day.
So there's more flexibility in this new system.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we all talk about sort of all the things that we've lost with COVID, but I think when we started looking at the changes, and in a lot of cases, we were able to do things differently, and, people can still access those services. They might look a little bit different, but maybe it's going to be in a way that might be a little bit more convenient for you and your family. So be sure to reach out. Claudia, for those people who can't necessarily reach out to us, maybe it's different times, different hours, there are other services available to support military families. Can you talk about those?
Sure, I'll talk about, alternate contact numbers, but I do want to say that depending on what families are struggling with, and it may not all be related to mental health or requiring a social worker or the family advocacy coordinator, but there are a really large number of programs that continue to be offered that we feel really are fundamental in supporting the family unit. I had mentioned this before, if your spouse is currently deployed, we have a deployment team that has some really good activities. They have a new deployment resource catalog. They will help you stay connected. So if you have an upcoming deployment, then check out the deployment readiness binder. If you're currently going through a deployment and you've not signed up for the deployment newsletter, then please make sure that you do that, because it's a great way to stay connected to the team. Emergency childcare is accessible for families dealing with deployment and those where their family care plan fails. So during working hours, you can reach out to us. After working hours, you can reach out to the duty padres, and they have the ability to access emergency childcare as well. For families and members that are medically releasing or have medically released, the Veteran Family Program Coordinator is available to assist you. Louise is here to help ease that transition and provide information referral services to help navigate through that transition process. Talked a little bit about employment services already. Please reach out to them. They really miss seeing people in person, but know that they are available if you're looking for work, if you're a business owner looking for more information and resources. They are answering the phone, they're responding to their email, so you can reach out directly to them. If you're a family that's received your posting message, either coming to or moving from, then our information services team is available to assist, and know that the in and out clearances can be done virtually as well. Links are on our website for you to access that. And although we really offer a diverse level of programs, we know that we, as the MFRC, can't provide every level of service that a family may need. We do have a great collaboration with our community and base partners. And as we have often said, no door is the wrong door. We really want to facilitate that warm handover with families to the resources that they need that could better help them if we're not able to do that. Last but certainly not least, if you can't find us, if you prefer to go elsewhere, if you're looking for support, then the Family Information Line is available 24/7, bilingual services, and they will respond right away. It's a really great service to have when you can't reach out or when you just really need to just pick up the phone. Toll-free, bilingual service, call them if if you need the support.
So we're going to share that number in the comment section as well. We have a link of national resources with the information and contact information we're going to share, as well as local information and context. So last question, and I know that no one ever loves this question, but we're going to go ahead, and Claudia, I'm going to let you go first. Mental Health Week, and talking about getting real and focusing on what you need to do today to stay healthy. I think we all sort of talk about the fact that yes, it's Mental Health Week, and it's really important for us this week to talk about being real and acknowledging that sometimes it's okay to not be okay. But it's not something we can only focus on one week a year. It's something that has to be an ongoing process. What's your number one tip for sort of like ongoing process, how to look after yourself and focus on that mental health piece?
Well, I think something to remember is, good mental health isn't about being happy all the time. Putting a little bit of what Olga said, that you put a name to what you're feeling is very important, because it'll help you process it better and know when your bucket's so full. Be kind to yourself and know that it's okay to ask for help. Everyone's experience during the pandemic has been different. We have all faced different challenges in different ways. Parents are struggling with the homeschooling. Adults are just struggling with being isolated and staying in the house. So we're all a little bit different in how we've dealt with things. So I would say stay connected to your friends, family, or extended support network, whatever is out there for you to reach out to. You need to stay connected. I think that's probably the most important thing. Just because we have to isolate in our house doesn't mean that we have to isolate ourselves from, friends, families, or just even getting outside and getting some fresh air.
Thank you. Olga, last word to you.
Well, I think you guys both already said, but it's true. We cannot focus on mental health and importance of mental health only 1 week through the year. We need to maintain this through the whole year. And the best thing to kind of sustain this, try to focus on self-compassion, kindness, and patience. Practice distress tolerance and emotional regulation skills. Create new routine and keep practicing healthy behavior, even if it's only include a regular sleep schedule or maintaining some physical activities. Do something you really enjoy. Treat yourself. Connect with others and be sociable, even though most of our social life right now on virtual contact. And most important, ask for help. Reach out. Sometime earlier you ask, better outcome you have. And we're here to help.
Thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. This is a really important issue. I also encourage you to keep your eye on our social media channels for the rest of the week. We have a lot of really interesting information and resources that we are going to be sharing. And we're also going to provide that connection to Canadian Mental Health Association, because they have some great tips there as well. We are going to be back with Fireside Chat again next week. We are going to be talking with our volunteers. So next week we're doing National Volunteer Week. So again, social media, keep an eye on all the things that are happening at the PMFRC. We may not have all of our doors open, but there's definitely a lot going on. So remember to reach out. No door is the wrong door, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.